Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cold Suns, a sci-fi convergence, Season 2, Episode 1. I'm going to be your GM tonight, Chase, and we have our lovely group of players, not guests, players, here with us this evening. So we're going to go around, we're going to introduce ourselves, tell us a little bit about ourselves, and then I will get us kicked off right here. So let's go ahead and, you know what? Let's change it up. Let's start with Sean. Sean?
Jeez, of course. Hi, I'm Sean. I use he, him, and tonight I am playing Dakiri, who is a rogue pilot, she, her pronouns. And that's it for me.
Who are you passing it on to?
Oh, I'll pass it on to Alexis.
Hi, I'm Alexis. You can find me at FoxFanato on the Twitters, and you can find me here several days of the week, where I play in various of our shows and have a lot of fun. I personally use she, her pronouns, and so does my character for this evening, Cassie O'Neill, who is a human-appearing kind of mercenary with blended consciousness. Rob.
Rob at Pyromancer804 on Twitter. I go by he, him. Tonight I will be playing Tack, they, them, who is a colony of Lagolo, so like hunters from Halo, if I'm allowed to say Halo on stream without getting copyrighted. But they're fun. It'll be a good time, and we'll see their full introduction here shortly. I will go ahead and pass it off to Liz.
Hi, my name is Liz. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me at No One You Know Backwards on the Twitters, Instagrams, etc. I will be playing Droogle tonight, who is our favorite space potato, uses they, them pronouns. And then pass it to Matt. I think Matt is who's left.
Hi, folks. I am Matthew Foreman. I use he, him pronouns. I will be playing Drake tonight. He is a mystic warrior who wields a blade of light. He also uses he, him pronouns.
Awesome, and that takes it back to me. So I'm Chase. You can find me on Twitter at Chase314S. I use he, him pronouns. I'm going to be this game master tonight. I guess a couple of quick channel announcements. So we have Goon Saloon on Monday, right? And we just started... what's the system that we started recently, Matthew?
Quest is coming on Wednesdays.
Sorry, Invisible Suns is for Goons.
Sun.
Got it. I was thinking Cold Suns. I'm like, that's not correct. It's not Cold Suns. Invisible Suns, yeah. And then exactly on Wednesdays we're going to be resuming Tales from Gashari as we try out the Quest system. So let's do maybe the little. Let's do the little intro video, and then I'm going to give just a really quick recap for those of you who haven't joined us on what Cold Suns is, and set the stage. So. Okay, and we are back. Very exciting video intro. So I'm going to get a little bit of music going here, and then I will get us started off. Okie dokie. So, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, Cold Suns is a science fiction mashup that takes elements from Halo, Stargate, and some of our other favorite sci-fi universes and mashes them all together. And it's built on the Expanse RPG system from Green Ronin. This is the first episode of Season 2, which is a great great place for you to start joining us for the story. Though Season 1 is available on our VODs and over on our YouTube channel as well. The game takes place in the Milky Way universe, 91 years after the Human Covenant War, a nearly 30-year conflict which culminated in the near destruction of all life in the galaxy at the hands of a Goa'uld-led covenant. In the decades that followed, incredible advances in medicine, science, and technology now mean that the question isn't whether or not miracles are possible, but rather if you can afford them. The galaxy is littered with the ruins of ancient and fallen civilizations and the evidence of countless conflicts thereafter. Life outside the safety of an established world is challenging and dangerous, but whether it's the freedom that comes with living on the fringe or the promise of wealth and opportunity, billions of people from all walks of life eke out a living on frontier settlements and in the cold void that separates them. Freelancers. It's been roughly one standard month since you returned from your last gig, a bounty hunt job that ended up taking you nearly 34,000 light years to the planet of Heravor, on the edge of Unified Authority space. If you can see my shared screen, I can kind of show you where that is. Ta-da! Planet of Heravor is right there. In the perpetual night of Noxstad, you tracked down a rogue scientist turned dark side sorcerer named Ninsen, and after discovering that she and her lovers were manufacturing a drug called Catalyst, which granted some of its users access to the supernatural powers of the source, you then engaged on a nearly month-long journey home, where you answered a distress call and you rescued the lone surviving crew member of a ship that had been overrun with stolen military combat drones. During this salvage op, you recovered several sets of formidable Unified Authority combat armor, and then you returned to Reltak Nor, an old Covenant mining station turned city that you've been calling home for the last few months. With some extra credits in your accounts and some gold-pressed Naquadum burning a hole in your pocket, you had nearly a month of downtime, though Droogle, you had your own side adventure where you gathered your old spuds back together and rescued your brother Russet from a band of space pirates. Whoops! Freudian slip. And now, we return to this old station. We're going to go around the table, and let's please describe your character and let us know what they would have been up to for these last few weeks. Let's go ahead and start with Alexis, and we'll go around the table.
Hi. All right. So Cassie looks, for all intents and purposes, to be, relatively average human woman in about her 30s. She is about average height, so like 5'7", 5'6", has darker, dirty blonde hair that's usually pulled back into a ponytail or braided back away from her face when she is on the job, or just kind of tousled about a little below shoulder length when she is not on the job. And typically tends to wear her very faded from black to very gray military fatigues. She, as I said, looks around 30, but in reality, she is a host and a blended consciousness with a Tok'ra symbiote, and is in reality about 70 years old. She has bright blue eyes and has been up to things like getting to know her girlfriend, Dakiri, a little bit better and spending time together with her and figuring out what this all is in terms of what they mean to each other and what kind of relationship they have. And doing a couple odd jobs here and there for old military contacts, maybe Tok'ra contacts, and doing some tinkering and some catching up with old friends. That's it for me. Drinking with Drake. Potentially, I don't know.
Excellent. Matthew, you're next.
Yes, Drake is a man in his early to mid 30s. He actually doesn't know how old he is. Like I said before, he's a mystic warrior with the blade made of light. He also had his memory severely damaged, and so he doesn't know most of his personal histories. He is, like I said, a guy in his early to mid 30s. He has dirty blonde hair. He is in reasonably good shape. He's probably of like, I can't remember how tall I said he was before. He's maybe like 5'10", 5'11", somewhere around there. He wears like a, I don't know what you would even call this, but like a bomber jacket or like a smuggler's jacket, and pants to match. He's got a kind of a worn face, like dark circles around his eyes, a little bit of scarring and things like that. And he's pretty good looking guy, but you could tell he's been through it. He doesn't have much in the way of possessions because he is flat broke at all times. And whenever he does get a little cash, he spends it on drinking and gambling and whoring. He has been using the time to meditate and then to party. Those are pretty much his things. He meditates, parties, and he does some training. Yeah. I believe when we left him, he was actually riddled with dark side energy, so that was kind of rough for him, and so he's been focusing on taming the beast there.
Perfect. All right. Sean, you're up.
All right. So Dakiri has shoulder length, straight black hair, so dark that it reflects blue in the light. Her eyes are light purple, with the exception of the right eye, which is normally purple, but there's a scar that runs from her forehead to her cheek and reveals that the pupil reflects light, red light, exposing it as a prosthetic, now that Drugel is helping her to maintain and augment. She's incorporated two black tattoos that look like long, thin, tapering flames that run from her jaw to her hairline that help hide the worst of the scar tissue. Her attire is largely black, from neck to the boots on her feet, adorned with many pockets and pouches to give the impression of someone that doesn't stay anywhere for very long. Her clothes are form-fitting, but not to the point of restricting movement. And then she wears a royal blue half jacket with a military look. I think that's about it for Dakiri.
What would Dakiri have been up to these last few weeks?
Oh, apologies. Yes. So when not spending time with Cassie, she would probably be doing odd jobs just to raise income, whatever short trip shuttling jobs Cap might be able to offer her or keep her employed, and most importantly, to help her tweak out and get more accustomed to the Nuria to push it to its very limits.
Awesome. Rob.
Tak is about 7 to 8 feet tall, wearing this slick black armor, plates that don't necessarily all fit together, but like at the joints are kind of gapped. Underneath, within those joints, you see multiple different, like almost muscle fibers, but they're moving around constantly. These slight orange worm-like colony around. He's there working on his hammer and shield, just adjusting, improving, learning. On his face, most of the time he has either a mask that's smiling or a mask that's hiding it. It kind of moves in and out depending on his mood. During his downtime, so Hack is an offshoot from the colony of Tay, which is a consciousness that sends out these almost explorer types to go and learn more. And his main goal was getting to Earth, but has decided to stick around with the group a little bit longer to learn a little bit more. And so in his spare time, while he's not repairing armor, he's been watching documentaries on Earth, trying to learn more about humans and the culture and stuff. But mostly
Wonderful.
keeping to himself.
Awesome. Last but not least, Drugel.
Drugel is a Dracolite, which is an amoeboid form that probably usually stands 5.5 feet tall, depending on how many limbs they have at that particular moment in time. They can change their shape at will, not in like a amorphous manner. So if they want to fill a door frame, they can like fill a door frame or have 10 arms, whatever it is they'd like to do. And they are mottled gray with like sunspots, not super wrinkly, 2 dark eyes, and they form a mouth whenever necessary. But as they do not have lungs, sometimes their speech is forceful and direct. And they carry a gun holster to one side that has a pistol and a rifle holstered in it, and they are adorned with a heavy-duty computer. Most people keep like a cell phone on them kind of size, but Drugel carries probably the equivalent of like a small computer room worth of computer on their arm, as they can hack planets and have fun doing so. Over their month-long journey after Reltak Nor, they went on a small adventure, probably for 2-3 weeks of that 4-week time, to help old colleagues and siblings save one of their own, and had fun with the old crew. And then when they came back to the Nuria, they would have been tinkering with the cybernetics to try and acquaint themselves with that and make sure that they were ready to augment, assist, and build further for Dakiri.
Awesome.
That's everything.
Very cool. We've got an eclectic group of misfit space adventurers, and we will get started. Switch the track here really quick. Tack. As you are, I would say, probably walking through the promenade of Reltak Nor, observing the comings and goings of the various solid humanoids that occupy this station, you receive a message on your hand terminal. Bing, 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 bing.
Yes.
It's a text.
Oh.
This is a setup.
Sorry. You can see actually it is coming from Palak Nagus, Ferengi, with whom you've businessman with whom you've done several gigs for in the past. You can see it says, "Hello, I have a job for you that would benefit from your particular set of ... skills. This is a personal request and it requires discretion. Meet me tonight at 0100 Cycles in front of Joda's Bodega for details. Bring your crew, but tell no one else."
I'm going to immediately forward it to everyone on the team. Including Cap App. Because he's part of the group. He's part of the crew. The head of the crew,
Yes.
one might say.
So, whatever you guys are doing on the station, your hand terminals or wrist terminals go off in unison. Ding.
Hello? No, I'm kidding.
You said Plock, right?
I'm gonna ring up Tack.
Okay, Matthew. Sorry, really quickly. As you pull up your phone, this being a free hand terminal that you enjoy, one moment. A little ad pops up. 1 second, I have to do this. Alright. Okay, a little ad pops up and says... Buy Opticans, flavored condoms that taste like biscuits and gravy. Optican!
Not the biscuits and gravy! Not the biscuits and gravy! flavored condoms that taste like biscuits and gravy. Anyway, I ring up Tack.
Yes, Drake.
That was a text message.
You said ring up.
No. I video call Tack. Why'd they contact you?
We are unsure. Maybe... No, I'm not the most reliable.
No. Like, you're not even, I mean, we know that I'm last, but you've got to be down there with me.
Correct, yes. There's no doubt whatsoever here.
Alright, well, guess I'll see you there.
Yes, we shall.
So, Droogle does what Droogle always does and wants to know where this came from. Did it actually come from, Plaque?
Pilok, P-I-L-O-K. Yeah, if you look at it, the domain does seem to be from Pilok's personal server. It's the one that he sent all correspondence. I'm not even going to make you make a check for it. It's the one where he's made all correspondence from in the past.
Okay.
No appearance of spoofing.
What time of day is this that we get this?
I would say it's late afternoon, so you probably have it's odd. They wanted to meet you basically at 1 o'clock in the morning if you were on Earth. So
Yeah.
it's very unusual. Normally, Pilok has you meet at Hadron's bar and restaurant. During normal business hours. He's asking to meet you in the lower levels of the promenade in the middle of the night.
Right, I understand. Cassie will just message everybody and say, talk over dinner? Question mark. Drake, I got you.
Yeah, sure.
All right. If you guys are gathering to kind of discuss before this happens, I'm assuming Hadron's Bar is the one of a few places in the station that serves palatable food, so you have no trouble meeting up there.
Could also do takeout,
It's up to you guys.
so we could talk freely in somebody's habitat, quarters, whatever.
Is there a jukebox in this bar?
Sure, Hadron's does have a little jukebox over in the corner. It's collecting dust.
Oh god.
All right, so then Dakiri's doing her thing and playing probably the most obnoxious dance music she can find on there.
Okay, so Dakiri wants to get a little bit of dance music going.
You better have this prepped.
Okay. So you guys are gathered outside of Hadron's bar, if I'm understanding correctly, just to keep this moving along?
Yeah. So what are we talking about?
I'm just gonna stop the music. It says that.
Yeah, where was that playing even? Okay. Anyway, we don't have to have a whole big scene or anything. I just figured if anyone wanted to discuss, we just didn't have to do it over text.
No info, nothing to discuss.
Yeah, I know.
Weird, right?
Weird though, right?
Yeah. Okay. So if you guys have no scenes you'd like to create, we'll fast forward in time.
Thank you for
Okay.
that.
So as the hours pass, you guys can easily make your way down to the bodega. You know exactly where it is. Even though there's really no nighttime on a space station, it does maintain roughly a diurnal cycle. And so the normally bustling and busy promenade, while there's still people here and there, is a lot less populated and a lot more quiet. You guys gather under the neon lights, and I will pull up a map just so you can see what the area looks like for you.
Cassie's got as much gear as is socially acceptable for her to carry on this
Understood.
station at the moment.
Yeah, and just to level set with you guys, no heavy weapons. So basically, only pistols, sidearms, and small weapons are allowed on the space station. You basically check them in whenever you come on the station to avoid fights. So you're gathered down here, and you know that Polak is a very punctual person, and true to his character and true to his nature. Right as your chronographs strike 0100 hours, you can see the diminutive form of Polak quickly striding down a hallway. He, as always, is dressed in his immaculate but garishly colored clothing, and he has a bright lapel on his shirt. He sees you, and you can see clearly by the look on his face, he actually looks a little worried and a little stressed. Can I get everyone to make me perception tests really quick?
Is this perception empathy?
Just perception. This isn't for like how he's feeling. This is a different perception test.
Okay.
Pan.
Perfect. A 10, a 15, a 14, a 12.
Did I do it right?
Hey, Valadrith is just raiding us with, thank you for the raid. We are just getting started with our Season 2, Episode 1 of Cold Suns. You joined us at just the right time. The group is meeting with an old contact to see what they have in store for us.
Totally isn't an ambush or anything, don't worry.
Not
Thank
at all.
you.
Super not an ambush.
So, thank you very much for the raid. So, I would say, Cassie, with your 15, actually, you're the only one who notices. As Polak starts to walk out, you can hear a slight shuffling, and it sounds like a bottle getting knocked over behind you. And on the gantry, upper level, you can see... I'm going to put these guys on the token layer.
Tack get a 15 also?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did
I
Tack get a
did.
15?
Yes.
I
Yeah, I
apologize.
just
Tack, you
stunted is
also
all.
saw this.
Yep.
Got it. Apologies. Yeah, you all see on the gantry behind here several forms of humanoid-looking or human-looking creatures. Each of them seems to be brandishing weapons, including mostly Zatnikatels. Polak sees this and turns to run, and from behind him you can hear what sounds to be like an extended coughing sound. Moment. And you can see him straighten up and grab his neck as a choke of fire comes from the gantry behind him. I need everyone to roll me for initiative.
Wow.
Do you have a quick question?
Yes,
Was that test a reaction?
it was a reaction.
Okay.
It was just basically to see if you guys were surprised or not. So
Understood. Understood.
Yikes.
So-
we just dead to rights and die in the first thing.
exactly,
Rip.
exactly. So I
That's
need
Chase's
everyone
excuse to just have us play space potatoes for the rest.
Exactly. That's what this game has become.
This is dexterity, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
how'd you
dexterity
get the
initiative.
rainbow coloring?
It's in the settings on the sheet. So if you go into
Oh,
the sheet
thanks.
settings, yeah, color selection.
Nice.
Excuse me, I need to do that.
If someone else wants to be rainbow, I can be teal or one of the other colors. But they do have a purple and a
Cassie
couple.
is gay.
That's fun. Let's get this music going for you guys.
That's pretty.
Yes, we're doing the rainbow. Hell yeah. There we go. Sorry.
Colors so that we could differentiate from each other a little easier.
I didn't even know it changed it in the chat roles.
Hey, Chase, I'm sorry to bring this up. When I have the Akori, what was the bonus on that for initiative?
+2.
Got it.
I think, by the way, if you select your token and you roll initiative, it auto rolls it to you for you because it looks like it did it
Yeah.
for me.
Oh, I should have thought of
I
that. I'm
didn't
so
select
sorry.
mine, so it messed up.
Are you guys able to add yourselves to turn, or do I need to do that?
Not
think I
without
can do
rolling again, I don't think.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Cassie got a 14.
Ooh, I'll take that one.
Oh. That was fun.
I also
Oh,
15.
That's gonna be a problem. 1 second. I have to fix one thing. You're gonna hear a gun here for a second.
Great.
Why is there a thing here?
I went dragon scale so that we don't have two rainbows.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go with
got-
Lazarus Blue.
14. We got Dakiri. Dakiri, were you able to roll with your
I did. Just 11.
And what's his name? Pollock?
Pillock. P-I-L-O-K.
Pollock. What did he get himself into?
What did he indeed? Let's see. Who else is on the initiative? Drake, did you get on there? You did.
Yep,
Tap. Are you on the
added
initiative, or do you need to be added?
I'm not. I'm 15.
I think I'm the only one who added themselves.
You know.
That's fair. This is our first time doing this in a while.
Wow, we're going there already, Matthew.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
So, and Drugel, I see. Drugel, what was your initiative?
14? 14.
14. Perfect. Alrighty. I'm going to do this as descending. Right. Awesome. So, and we will get the initiative going. Yeah. Perfect. So you did not, I would say you guys did not see where that shot came from. You could tell it came from a silenced weapon from outside of your vantage point. And we are going to get this thing going. Yeah. Cool, you guys should all be able to hear that music. Wonderful. All right, with a 17 on initiative count number 1, you can see one of these forms or figures here wielding a Zat Nicotel seems to have been surprised by the events. You can see them kind of look behind them to the person, and they hide behind this low cover with their Zat Nicotel and seem to be holding their fire. On the next initiative count, if I'm on the correct layer, please. Emerging from the gantry behind you, unseen with your guys' stealth checks, is a person that appears to be dressed in maintenance workers' coveralls, but they are holding what appears to be a silenced SMG, apparently the source of the attack on Pollock. Seeing them kind of pop up from behind cover, the ambusher that held their turn emits a series of Zat Nicotel blasts at the person across the way, you guys seemingly caught in some sort of crossfire or firefight. So you can hear the Zat Nicotels go off. I'm going to make their attack. And with a 17, he does strike the other target, and you can see, well, doesn't strike its fortune, but you can see electrical energies kind of splash over this character, and they kind of duck behind cover. Next up on initiative is Ambusher number 1. They are also going to make an attack on that same character, so you can see they're firing on the characters across the way. With an 11, it misses. They strike the gantry, unable to strike their target. Next up on initiative 15, it appears to be Tack.
Tack looks either direction, not sure who to go after. Since he doesn't have his normal hammer and shield that he likes to carry around, he pulls out these hidden gauntlets, kind of hiding underneath the skin, part of his armor, come out on all four hands, and he starts to beeline it up towards the one that had shot Block with the silenced rifle.
Awesome.
So these are 2 meter squares, right?
Yep. And you can round up, so if you have an odd number.
2. So 8, 10, and then I will charge.
Awesome.
And then I'll just take a swing at that guy. And I'm punching to knock out, not to kill.
Awesome. I've just been alerted that the name tags are not showing up for folks, so I'm going to quickly do that.
Yeah.
And the music also stopped, even though it's set to repeat. So I don't know what's going on, unless you guys can hear the music and I just can't.
Mm-hmm. No, it stopped.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to quickly put them. So, Tack, as just to let you know, as you clear these stairs, several other forms dressed in these kind of dock workers' outfits become apparent to you. Really quick question, guys. I have their names filled out and I have nameplate clicked. Is there something else that I need to do for it to show up for you?
There's a visibility setting, I believe, on the tokens or on the character to say who can see it or who has rights to see it.
I don't have the new format memorized anymore.
Yeah.
It was brand new. I'd never used this format before, and it looked like they compressed the ability to see names, so I don't know how to make it so you guys... Oh, player permission C?
Yep.
Can you guys see him now? Okay.
What?
Nope.
Confirm it?
Towards the top? No one?
No.
I see. No, just ours.
Okay, we'll have to mess with it, off screen. I'm sorry that you can't see names, but I'll try to ping them and we can use that kind of descriptive text. So, Tack, you are charging this one. They are wearing a dock unit's uniform and are holding an SMG. Did you roll your attack already?
I have not.
Okay, let's go for it.
16. And I stunted.
16. You hit.
All right.
That one?
I didn't see where you pinged, but that one.
Yep, perfect.
All right. I will go ahead and roll damage. So 8 damage. Where's my punchy stunts? I will disarm him
Haha, nice.
for 2.
Very cool. Does that have any kind of opposed check, or is it just work?
You and your target make opposed melee attack rolls. If you win, knock your enemy's weapon 1d6 strength meters away in the direction of your choice.
Alrighty, he's gonna try to hang on to his SMG here. So
15.
I'm just gonna 11. So you want to describe this?
Yeah, so I run up and I just with my 2 sidearms, I just use the momentum of the charge to hit it and try to knock it over off the gantry down in this section, down here.
Perfect. So the you can hear the clatter as the SMG lands on the floor below. And how much damage did you do?
8 damage to him. And then that
Nice.
disarm throws at 1d6 plus strength meters away in that direction.
Perfect. So we'll just say that it's down here somewhere. You know. Wonderful. Alrighty.
4 meters. So 2 squares.
Perfect.
Like
Yep.
there.
That's your minor and your major?
Yes, and then I also still have 2 more stunt points, so I will do a parry for 2. So
Awesome.
they suffer a -1 to defense until the end of my next turn.
Excellent. Alright, thanks, Rob. I see that Cassie and Drugel are tied.
Yes. So, this building that we're in front of, is this an open cafe? Is everything closed because it's the middle of the night?
It's open for drinks. So there was, I would say that there was a Denobulan bartender there, and he's just kind of like ducked behind the bar as the shooting started.
Okay, so we can get into there without having to do anything. So can I try to pull up some sort of facial recognition on any of these people using the local security cameras in turn in the next turn?
What was that very last sentence?
And like this turn and the next turn?
Yeah, I would say if you wanted to take cover, it would probably take you, like you just said, a couple rounds for you to kind of access it. You've been in the security system on the station before, so it's not unknown territory. But yeah, you could do that with a couple of computer use checks.
Got it. Then I would move myself basically into this bar a little bit and then try to figure out who these people were.
Perfect. So you can see the Denobulan is in there just kind of cowering, and you drop in beside them, and they kind of startle and look over at you.
Yeah. So, because I don't want to be too far from the fight, I still want to be able to shoot people if necessary. But
Wonderful.
so this would be, is this considered a hacking or is this considered research?
I would say let's make it hacking first to get there, and then research on the second turn to look up the info.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so that is to get in and figure out who these people are. So I have the security cameras up and would also share them with Dakiri if I could.
Wonderful. Yeah, with a 20 total, the security system doesn't even seem to ask; it just lets you in. All right, yeah, I would say on the next round, you should easily be able to pull up facial information.
Perfect.
Next up, Cassie. You're muted.
Muted!
So I would share with everybody, trying to figure out who these people are.
Perfect.
Okay, and just so that I'm clear, because I think I was having a moment with my little 20. Can you ping the places where baddies are other than where TAC is?
Sure, so
we know
there's
of?
baddies here,
Okay.
and I can actually, let me try the shift click here to move the screen, and then
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna recenter it on you.
Okay. Cassie will quick look at Dakiri and say, "You stick with TAC, I'll cover Drake."
Got it.
Good. And then we'll just kind of, I think, Cassie and we've all worked together well enough. Does Cassie have an idea where Drake's gonna head?
To Pollock.
And he's where?
He's laying right here.
Oh, and he got hurt.
He got shot in the neck, and he's
That's right.
laying-
I'm gonna go heal Pluck.
Okay.
I'm gonna go try to cover and heal Polak.
That's fair.
Sorry, that's right. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So I have to go to focuses, right? Here we go. I think I might be doing this right. New format to roll. Who dis? I roll focus with Nakoda device, right?
Yep.
Oh god,
Nice. You made it 12.
Hey, and I stunted. Okay.
So which power were you trying to activate?
It's a very good question. I'm trying to activate. Is he dying?
So you've moved over in base-to-base contact with him? Like you're over by him now?
Yeah.
So you go over there and you can see that there is his dark blood is coming out from between his fingers on his neck. He looks like he is dying.
Okay. So I'm going to use stabilize dying character,
Correct. Okay.
right?
Yep. And what's the target number to activate that?
11.
Perfect. You just made it.
Yep. So my touch stabilizes a dying creature, removing the helpless, unconscious, or making them helpless, unconscious, or wounded instead of dying.
Okay. Yep. It's all three of those things. So yeah, you remove the dying
wounded,
condition
sorry.
and add those to him. Yep. Perfect.
And because I stunted. Oh shoot, where are those stunts? I have too many sheets up. But 2 power stunts, if I remember correctly, I can decrease the cost of the power by 2. So I'm going to do that.
Nice.
With
good.
whatever movement I have left, I'm going to try to drag Polak to cover.
Okay.
That's the intent. You arbitrate that however you see fit.
I would say you might be able to get him 1 square, you know?
Hey, 1 square is better than no square.
Sure. So whichever, move your character to where you want him to be, and then I'll move him there.
Yeah, whatever provides better tactical cover, probably here,
Okay. So you drag him there?
I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's really hard to tell what are doors and what aren't doors here.
Yeah, that's a gantry, that's a hallway. Alright. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Alrighty. Next up on the initiative order at initiative count number 12 is Ambusher. I had to redo this. Ambusher number 3. So this ambusher, seeing you run over and helping Polak, turns their sights and fires again with their Zat Nicotel across this corridor, shooting at the stealthed figures above. And let us roll this dice on the character sheet. I wish that it would not pull the focus away from this, but it does. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Thank you. A 15 hits. So with a 15, they roll and they deal 3 points of penetrating damage to the guy across the way. Next turn is Drake with an 11. Drake.
Cool. So Drake looks around. I have a small point of confusion. The 4 to the south are baddies.
So the 4 to the south here,
Yeah.
they have like the electronic guns. They have not fired on you yet. These people here are holding silenced weapons. They're the ones who shot Polak.
Okay, yeah, I'm confused. Okay, cool. That Drake will hold on that. I'm gonna just move here, and I'm going to try to activate a source power. And I'm gonna choose Polak as my main target.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with invisibility.
Perfect.
Yeah. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. Oh, just made it.
Nice.
Yes. Okay,
Don't forget you get a +1 for willpower test with inside of me.
thanks.
And a extra stunt point with inside of me as well.
Yeah, God, that's a rough roll. I can't really do much with that. It's too expensive. So I make him invisible. He has a +5 to his defense, and it says they actually have to decide where he is. I mean, he hasn't moved much, but
Okay.
yeah, he has he's invisible, and he has a +5 to his defense. So I just kind of drop and I focus on the source, and I touch Polak, and he fades from sight. And I stand back up and like start looking around with my lightsaber.
Okay. Excellent. As you allow the source to flow through you.
Yeah, I guess I would look in a northerly direction with my lightsaber since they haven't shot Polak yet.
Wonderful. Takiri, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna go help Tack, so I'll be moving. Can I control her? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and I'll melee attack with the. Actually, I'm gonna throw attack with the Akori at this one,
Awesome.
just above, just north attack. $14 with a stunt.
Oh, nice. You hit.
All right, so I'm going to use this new ability. Is it lightning? I think it's bounce lightning.
Oh,
So
yeah.
The Akori is going to bounce off the back and hit the guy from in the back of the head, and I will use my lightning damage after that. So the damage for the thrown Akori on this one is 10,
Nice.
and then the lightning attack is a 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
For 9. So you see both blades just kind of shoot out, and that gives me, I think, what did I roll on the original stunt? Was 4?
Mm-hmm.
You get a +1 from me. So 5.
So, oh, okay. So I will throw a double team to Tack.
Nice.
Perfect.
And so, and both of your lightning attacks were on the same guy up north?
Yes.
Got it. One moment. So you did, I'm just adding up your damage here. So 19 points of damage. Woo, doggy. Good
So
stuff.
I'll use that thrown Akori to throw a good solid punch at the same guy. 17.
Oh, that hits.
5 damage.
5 damage. They're still up, but you sock them, right across the face or in the stomach, however you want to do
So
it.
as he's distracted by the thing, going probably just take that sucker punch.
Wonderful. All right.
And then
Takira's
Chase,
turn.
for my last point, I'm going to use momentum to add 3 to my initiative. Hopefully that doesn't cause you too much agony.
Sure. Adding 3 to your initiative, you are now
Yeah.
at a 13. Or no, 14.
14.
Got it. Next up is, if that's your turn.
That's it.
Yep. Polak. Polak is unconscious. Polak is no longer dying, so Polak is stabilized. That's Polak's turn. On an 8 initiative, another one of the ambushers down there says, they can't see Polak either. They say, boss, the target's gone. Fuck, I don't know. Maybe he beamed him out. What do we do? And then they seem to hold their action. Back up to the what appears to be the top of the initiative. At a 17 is this other ambusher. They say, fuck it, I don't know, just run. And you can see this ambusher goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And they start to sprint away from the fight as Polak seemingly is teleported or beamed away from where they're at, and he starts to panic. Ambusher number 1 says, Jarheel, get back here, you coward! And makes another shot across the way at the maintenance workers as the confusion continues to escalate between these characters, seemingly poorly organized. You can hear the electronic thrum of the Zatnikatel as he fires it across with a 14. The 14 just missing the maintenance worker's defense as it hits the cover, as he's getting penalties from being behind cover and firing at cover. Next up on the initiative with a 15 is Tack.
Alright, I will go after the one that I hit first that doesn't have his weapon.
I'm very sorry. 1 second, Tack. I'm very sorry. I don't know what's going on with the initiative. Maintenance worker number 1 is at a 17.
Oh.
But it showed them way down. I'm going to resort the order. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I think you added them in and then didn't resort when they came in.
Sorry about that. So maintenance worker, you've just knocked his SMG out of his hands. He looks at you and he pulls from a sheath inside of his outfit what appears to be a vibro blade, and he slashes out at you and says, "Fuck, we're compromised!" as he lashes out at you. Let's make his attack roll. Apparently that's a 0.
Yeah.
That's
weird.
That's real weird. All right. Well,
aim is still bugged.
So
Told
what's
you.
his aim total? So he rolled 6 plus.
He's not even aiming. So 6 plus. Let me just check it really quick. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. So he still would have missed.
No.
So he slashes out at you, and his vibro blade skitters across the front of your armor. And then ambusher number 1 would have gone and all that jazz. So Tack, you're up.
All right. So once again, I'll take a swing at that guy again as he pulls out the knife for the vibro blade.
Wonderful.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
He takes 5 damage.
Awesome.
And then I do need to check one thing for my minor, because my sheet that I thought I printed with all of the actions is not printed. So that's cool. I will go ahead and
It's gonna be a track going in
say
here.
press the attack if he decides to run.
Okay, perfect. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. We now have a bunch of folks tied at a 14. We've got Dakiri, Drugel, and Cassie all at 14. Who's going first?
I mean, I want to make sure that I capture all their faces, so I'm not going to be doing combat things, so whatever makes the most sense.
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do research and use intelligence technology as a do. Is 14 good enough to grab all their faces and figure out who they are?
Yeah, I would say. I would say with a 14, you're able to grab. I'll put it this way. With a 14, you would either, because this is a thing where I give you an additional piece of information if you succeed.
Yes,
Because of
and
your
if I don't
talent.
succeed, I can re-roll and take the second roll.
I think that's sufficient. Yes, you're able to get. I'll say half of the group, one of the group spaces. Do you want to get the ones to the north with the SMGs or to the south? Because you got to flip between cameras with the 14.
The ones that are
one.
running, I want them
All
first.
right, perfect. So you scan the ones that are running, and you can see a list of names come up on the ship, on the dossier, and you see they are attributed to a company called Shelltech Mining Cooperative.
Okay. So Guys to south belong to Shell Tech.
Yep.
Cooperative.
And that additional piece of info that you learn with this is that they arrived on the station roughly 1 week ago.
Okay, so they're not native to the station?
They are not.
Alrighty, and I've got a stunt point. So this would be investigation or combat, because we're in combat.
This would be an investigation stunt.
You have 2 stunt points.
Ah, because I can see Cassie.
That's right.
Nice.
With my leader talent.
So... Alright, I've got 2 stun points, so let's go ahead and do 2 aha moments.
Okay,
Reveals an additional useful fact. Spent to your next test following up on the lead you just unlocked.
give an additional useful fact on the object of your test per SP spent. Okay. Yep, I can do that. 1 second, please.
Yes.
You can see that the one who just yelled out that the person who was running was a coward. You actually get their name. It's Urto. UR-TO. And then you can also see that another one's name, the one who's running's name, is Kano. K-A-N-O.
Okay.
So you can see the names in workers 2 and 4. Okay, I figured out what's going on with these guys, why you couldn't see their names. So if that thing worked for you guys, I can make it so you guys can see everything.
Good.
Okay. Thank you. And then I think that's everything because I'm going to stay here. If there is a minor ability to not necessarily hide, but give myself more cover, I don't know.
Like guard up.
Undercover.
Yeah, I think that's that might be one of the major actions is guard up.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, then never.
Oh, sorry, minor action. Sorry, I misspoke.
That's minor. Yeah.
If it's minor, I just don't have that list in front of me. Which I should. Oh, it's because it's upstairs.
Thank you for the raid.
Oh, thank you very much for the raid.
More raids. Thank you.
Nice. We are playing Cold Suns Expanse RPG. We are in the middle of a fight. Yes, I believe that you can use the guard up ability. It would be in one of the handouts that I have uploaded for you.
Perfect. Very good. Then
Perfect.
I will do that.
All right. Cassie and Dakiri, you're tied. Who's going first?
I'm new
Becky
to the
can
initiative,
go.
so all right, I'll take it. I'm going to continue the assault on the one north of TAC. $16.
16 hits.
For 7 damage, and I'll take the minor for press the attack.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, nice. So I threw this at Corey this time as well. So you just see it like, jut into the back of his back and stick for a second before being recalled back to her hand.
Nice. So you're like reflecting it off the wall behind him and hitting him with it? Is that what happened?
Yep.
Nice. So
And then since he's down, I will take my movement. Then I do have tactical awareness, so I can move after an attack.
And before I do this, what condition are you leaving him? Is he unconscious? Are we going
Unconscious.
lethal?
Not lethal.
So I will leave him there, and I'm just going to put a little token on his head, which they moved where that is. I'm going to say that he is unconscious. Alrighty.
That's it for my turn.
Wonderful. Cassie, you are up.
Cassie says, Drugel, what you got?
Oh, I would have shared that all with you guys. The guys in the south are from some mining camp. Where did I put that? There we go. Shelltech Mining Co-op. I don't know about the guys in the north yet. I'm working on it.
Oh. What do I do? This is helping me. Thank you for doing that, Matthew, because I'm sitting here going, how far away is everything? Okay. I'm gonna move about here. No, here. So I have line of sight. Because this person's running away, right?
That guy is.
And I have no idea who they are, what they're doing, but they didn't fire on Palak.
They did not.
And
Although
they
you did
didn't-
hear one of them say the target is gone. That's the one that was running.
Oh. Okay, so they still consider Palak a target of some sort.
Yep.
So I'm going to give them a split second. I'm just going to shout out, you stop, you put the weapons down, and we sort this out, or we stop this the hard way. Your choice. As I have my Zat Nicotel leveled at them. And if they don't stop, like, immediately, Cassie will fire.
They don't stop. They're still running.
Okay. Oh, right. Trying to find where that is. Does a 14 hit?
14 does hit.
Good. Where is this? How do I roll the damage on here?
It should be just to the right. There is a little dice next to.
Oh, I see
your
it. I
weapon
see it.
is.
Here we go.
Oh!
And that's piercing. That's armor piercing.
Exactly. Perfection.
Ignores
All right.
ignores all that shit.
That is... Okay, so you can see
Seven.
the shot goes kind of over their shoulder, and you can see the sizzle as it flies past them. But they are still up and still running. All right. Is that your turn? That was
I'm
your.
trying to remember. I'm mixing up a million different TTRPGs right now. I use whatever movement I have during my turn. That's right. Okay. Do I have line of sight to this person
You do, but they
or
have cover.
anyone over here?
Yep. Again, you do, but they have cover. There's like a low wall, like here and here, that they're standing behind.
Okay. I'm just gonna see if I can, because I moved from to here.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to. We round up, right?
Yep.
I'll just keep running here and take cover like here on this wall. Is that cover?
Yeah. It'd be cover from this.
Not
one
from
right
anyone
here.
to the north, but to the south.
It'd be cover from this one. Yeah, I'd say it's cover from this one. Probably
Okay.
not so much that one. All right. Is that your
Okay.
turn?
That's my turn.
Alrighty, at initiative count 12, ambusher number 3's turn. Seeing you firing at their friend, they turn and they return fire on you, Cassie. So you have cover, so they have, I would say, a minus 2 to their attack. I'm guessing a 7 is not going to hit. Got it. So
No, it will not.
You hear as their Zap Nicotel ricochets off of the stairwell next to you, their fire is ineffective. Drake, you're up with an 11.
Okay, so Drake is going to... He crouches for a moment, because it looks like that invisibility was way more effective than I thought it would be. He crouches for a moment and looks down in the southerly direction to Ambusher 4, and he focuses in and harnesses the power of the source. Yeah. Oh my god, yes. He is going to use Force Dash, so his speed becomes 36. Actually, well, how much do I want to spend? Well, yeah, I was going for 36, so it'll be 36. Gosh, numbers, aren't they fun? No, I'll just do that. So that's it moves me, and it moves me up to that a much for my speed. So I zoom, and I am in front of Ambusher 6. That was my minor action. With my major action, I am going to attack him.
Got it. How many power points did that use?
2.
Gotcha.
Because it was just the basic version.
Okay.
The invisibility used 8. Woo. Okay, here I go to make my attack. Can I get a stunt? That is.
Doesn't look like. Yeah. You hit.
Yeah, it's a total of 18. I'm gonna spend 4 fortune.
Okay.
To trigger a stunt of 6 stunt points.
You know what that means?
Churn. I'm gonna spend it all too, so just go ahead and add 2.
Alrighty. Rob, can you add that really quick? Do you mind?
I can add it.
Wonderful.
That's weird. I'm going to resolve my damage first.
Okie dokie.
He takes 11 points, ignore 4 armor.
Wonderful. Is number 4? Oh, nice.
Is he still up?
He's still up, but he's looking singed.
I'm going to spend 3 of my points to do a lightning attack.
Wonderful.
14 to hit.
14 hits.
Okay. He takes 5 points, ignore 4 armor.
He's holding on by a breath.
I'm gonna spend two my points to increase the die by a d6. Damage by a d6. He takes 2 more points of armor of ignore 4.
Perfect.
Does 2 take him down?
Hold on, really quick. Sorry. Can you repeat what you did? I'm sorry, I was doing 2 things at once. I read. I thought you were rolling again to attack. What did you do?
I increased my damage by 2.
Okay,
So
and how did you do that?
Vicious blow or whatever.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yes, 2 is exactly what it took to take him down. Sorry about that. Thank you so much.
Yep. And then with the one stunt point I have remaining, I'm going to increase my initiative by 3.
Wonderful.
Boom! I did it for you.
So what does it look like when you take him down?
So yeah, I zoom up to him, and then I just it's just Drake has very sweeping strikes. He's a strength-based fighter, so I just go halvesies, and he has to step back, but it cuts him across. And then with the lightning attack, I just do an upper one. My intent would be to knock him out.
Got it. So you, as you're doing this, you take him off kilter, and his head hits the bulkhead behind him, and he is knocked unconscious with your swinging strikes. I'm going to add a little thing to him to show that he's unconscious. Alrighty. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Right. Plok is still unconscious. Ambusher number 4 is unconscious. At the top of the turn, Ambusher number 2, on initiative count 17, is just going to use his entire movement, and he sprints down the hallway kind of off screen, so to speak. So he's removed from the combat. Next up is Ambusher number 1. Ambusher number 1, seeing Ambusher number 4 goes down, says, "They've got our source, sir. All right, we got to retreat. Let's get out of here." And you can see they start to run the opposite direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and you can see them running down the promenade, basically just sprinting. Tack, you're up with a 15.
Alright, I'm going to take another swing at the guy in front of me to try to pin him, basically.
I realize, hey, I'm such an idiot. Okay, never mind. Yeah, keep going for it.
Is it out of order again?
Well, the maintenance workers have not
Is it
attacked
also-
once because they were they were wrong. So it's fine. That's my own fuck up. I'll roll them on the next turn. Good stuff. Go for it.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
No stun dice. 9 damage.
He goes down like a sack of potatoes. Number 2, are you not? Sorry. How do you want to do this?
So basically, I hit it. Like I've got 4 arms now, so I hit him, hit him, hit him, hit him, or no, hit him, and then like sideswipe him off over the railing.
Oh no! Knocked out though?
Yeah,
Or
knocked
is this
out. Knocked out.
Okay.
Non-lethal.
Got it. So this guy goes plummeting and does the Wilhelm scream as he goes down and hits the ground like a sack of potatoes. He is unconscious.
And then because I have Tactician, I will move up into base to base with the other 2. Because I can move after attacking.
Perfect.
And then I will press the... Or no, I can't press. I'll just end my turn there. I'm good.
All right, we are at the initiative count of 14 with 6 people in it. Drugel, I'm guessing you're going first?
If that's okay, I want to identify the guys to the north.
Go for it.
Alrighty. That's the tab I'm looking for. That's a 12. Does that work?
That's not going to cut it for this one.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my what's it called?
It's your talent, I believe.
Yeah, it's one of the talents that I've got. Allows me to do technology twice, and I can use technology in lieu of research. So,
Perfect.
16. I'll take that.
16, that makes it.
Okay.
So with that tester, you're trying to figure out who these people are?
The ones to the north, the tack keeps throwing over railings, and they're finally breaking and running.
These seem to be they're humans, and you can tell that it shows up that they are associated with a company called Prestige Security Services.
Okay, and extra information on him?
I would say that you would see. You would get their names, so you would get an extra piece of information. One of the ones that's still up, because it's trying to scan the ones that's knocking down. So dock maintenance number 4 is named Sarah Palmer.
Okay. And I didn't have any stun points, so that's everything I've got.
Yep. Wonderful. All right. So in this instance, the players go first. So I see what was happening. So everyone was on initiative count 14. Like 2 of the enemies were, and players go first when there's a tie between enemies and players. And so I would skip to you guys, but then I would never go back and have them go. So I think you were letting Dakiri go first when you guys were tied? Okay.
Okay. I will melee attack number 4. I think that's the one just to the right of me, right?
Yep.
$16.
16 hits.
Sorry if that comes across twice. 8 for this one.
8 points of damage. Good.
Yep. And I will use press the attack if he moves.
Alrighty. Alright. And then Cassie at a 14.
Sorry, I was finding my mute button. Yes, I have a 14 as well. So you said that one person just ran off. Are they still within range for me to shoot at them again? Because they're still running.
I would say they took like a dog leg down there, so they're kind of they've gotten out of range. They're effectively off the map, off the grid.
And Drake's got this one unconscious, and there's one more over here. And this person has cover from me, right?
Which one?
This one.
Yes.
Have they fired or done anything aggressive?
One of them fired on you after you fired on them. So basically, one of the ones who's...
Fired on the one who was running, so...
Yeah, exactly. So the one that's up there actually shot at you after you shot at the one who was running.
Okay. I'm like, alright, so we're doing this the hard way then. And I'm going to... Is there a place I can go to negate the cover that they have from me?
It's pretty challenging. I would say you could reduce it just to a -1 if you got up on top of these stairs here, because then instead of trying to fire up past a railing, you'd be on even footing. And it would just be
instead
like
of that,
5.
I'll take a minor action and aim.
All right, there you go. So you line up the shot.
Yeah. Because that way I'll still have movement later, I guess. I don't know. Oh no, because minor action is to move also. Yeah, I will aim.
Sure.
Trying to figure out how this works.
It's all good. First time playing in quite a while.
Aim on.
See if it bugs.
It didn't do it. Did it?
What did you click? You just rolled dexterity. You got to roll the weapon. Like you.
Oh,
there's
my
little
bad.
dice next
I'm
to your
sorry.
weapon. Yeah.
Oh, I see where that is. These dice are so fucking small. Did I do that right?
You did. You
Okay.
just rolled very shitty.
I just rolled really shitty.
Yeah. Womp womp. You want to change any dice?
I will take the 1. I will spend 3 fortune to change it to a 3 and force a stunt. With the total
Okay,
of... Oh, that'd only be 11.
Yeah, and you know that's not going to do it.
That's not going to do it.
It's okay to miss.
Yeah, I'll just miss. It's fine.
Okay.
I
So
don't know.
your Zat Nicotel strikes. I mean, it's a really tricky shot. You can barely just make out the top of their arms and their head. So the Zat Nicotel strikes the wall as they dodge the shot. Alrighty. Now, all of the people are actually going to get a go on their turn.
I'm initiative 14 right now.
You are? Everyone! All right, Drake, you're 14. Go for it.
So how high up is that the southerly guy, the other guy that Cassie just shot at? How high up is he from the ground?
10 feet.
Crap. I'm trying to
Like
figure
a
out how.
story.
Yeah, I don't think I could jump that. Well, whatever. Gonna dance with the one I brung me. I get down in that like foot. I should have just forced it. I get down in that kind of football charging pose again, and I look at the guy, and I take off.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I make it handedly. And I move 36. It says I can run up walls. I just have to end my turn on
With force
on the-
dash?
Yeah. So I run up the whatever the hell that is, promenade, whatever the hell it is that he's on, and I land in front of him.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
You think so? Yeah, I think so too. Actually, damn, it's so hard to force a stunt right now. My dice keep rolling real weird, wicked weird.
Wicked weird.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna just gonna fight. I'm just gonna fight because he's not so dangerous. I can just knock him out. Nine- 19 to hit. Actually, hold on. I did want to declare. I mean, it does. This only hurts me now, but I did want to declare an all-out attack, so I get a +1, so it's a 20. I have 7 stunt points to spend total.
Oh
I have a
my
minus
gosh.
1 defense. Yeah. So let's see the damage. I love this game. Oh, it's good to be back. I've always been so lucky with stunts. 10 points of ignore 4 armor.
Okay, they're still up.
Yep. I'm gonna lightning attack.
Oh, and be sure to add 3 to the churn, by the way.
I didn't
Actually,
force the stunt. It's 2, right?
Well, I think it's whenever
You rolled a
do
6.
Yeah,
Oh.
I rolled a 6. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that's 21 to hit.
That hits.
Oh my god.
8 points of ignore 4 armor.
Awesome. They. How do you want to do this?
The thing I'm about to do is degenerate. I just like run up to him. What it is like I slash like his leg, you know, and he's like, oh, and then I go for like another hit, and he's like, oh, and I just bop him on the head.
Gotcha. And he goes down.
I fake him, and then with my remaining 4 stunt points, I'm going to seize the initiative.
Perfect. To the top. Rob, can you add 1 more to the churn? Bring it to a solid 10.
10. Yep. Uh-oh.
All right, I have to do a little thing here really quick. Okay, yes. All right, perfect. All right, let me do this really quick. So as that last person falls, you can hear some alarms starting to sound as apparently the station now has become alerted to the fact that there was some kind of fight going on. The lights all dim and the red security lights light up as you know that security forces will soon be on their way.
Not the
From
map.
St. Healy.
Not the map lighting change. You bitches at home could never.
So you can hear the womp, 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 and you can hear an angry St. Healy voice on the loudspeakers telling people to put down their weapons. All right, so the other 2 people are all tied for a 14 somehow. They never went. Because I kept forgetting. So seeing this, they are going to try to use their full actions to move away. So they can move 36 squares. I know that you guys did press the attack, but I think it's up to your movement, right?
I didn't press the attack. I pressed the attack on the other guy. So this guy
Okay,
has
he's
to
done.
hit to press it. But I
Okay.
think Takiri pressed on that one.
Yeah, you're correct. It is moved up to your speed.
So I think that they're going to be able to get fleet of foot here really quick because they can move 3 times as fast as you right now. So you start to give them chase, and they are basically sprinting off in opposite directions. And you can hear one of them say, "Meet at the rendezvous point," as they run and basically are running off of the map. That is their turns. Let me look at the chat really quick. No doors, all alleyways, I think. Yeah, Drugel, this is basically kind of like an open set of streets and stuff. Like, there are, seals and hatches at, like, key places, but this is, like a big public arena. So I'm going to say right now, unless you guys are wanting to enter a chase sequence, the normal combat encounter is stopped. You know that security forces are on their way to clear up whatever is happening here. You have several unconscious bodies, and you have blocks prone form. What are you guys going to do?
Can I scrub the footage of us from the time we showed up till the time we're leaving and just have it be static, but save the footage for myself?
Yeah, roll me an intelligence security test.
Awesome, I can do that. And then we can book it if we'd like.
We're in the clear here.
You want to re-roll that?
Is that one that I can re-roll? Hold, please.
Hopefully.
check.
I think so because it's still hacking.
Yeah, I think it is too. Let me just I'll just check the talent really quick. It's been a little while since we did this, huh?
Yeah. It might be.
Yeah, intelligence, cryptography, security tests, and if you fail an intelligence technology test, you can.
There you go. Oh, this wasn't a technology. Sorry, this is security.
Yeah, you wrote this as security.
So I would say you are unsuccessful now. That doesn't mean that you can't try again. Try again later.
Okay.
So
No problem.
yeah, like I would say this has like a just a 1 minute cooldown.
Yep.
So, all right. So we can move out of initiative order really quick if we want to. I'll stop the music unless you guys want the suspense to still be high.
I think the music's good for the moment.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, what would you guys like to do?
Drake would deactivate his blade of light, and then he would rush over to Polak.
Same with Cassie.
He said, and I would say, I mean, we can run, but we're freelancers we're meeting a contact. We're not doing anything illegal here.
Yeah, and we were using non-lethal force and all that, so...
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean Palak wasn't doing something illegal.
Hey, we didn't actually take a job from Polak at this point in time.
But, I don't know. Your call, Cassie. So, yeah, your call, team.
Chase, with Cassie's understanding of how everything operates, we're okay, right? I mean, we don't need to book it.
Yeah, you guys, honestly, I mean, it's kind of like no one likes to get called into the station and have to answer questions.
It'll
but
suck,
you
but
know-
it'll be pretty routine.
Right, and honestly, the security footage that Drugel failed to delete will actually absolve you of any responsibility.
Actually, Drake would hide, actually, now that I think about it, because he's on the
Drake
lam.
would?
He's literally on the lam. I forgot.
Okay, so do you want to leave?
Well, Drake, I mean, I'm telling the team they can stay, but Drake would dip. I just wouldn't be in, like, talking to the officers.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys do?
I'm going
Are
to
you guys gonna
inspect
dip?
number 2 just to see if there's anything on his person of interest.
All right, so yeah, as Cassie and Drake are deciding what their course of action are going to be, you search their bodies. You can see that they have 2 hand terminals, each of them. So you probably, well, I'm not going to speak for you, but you know that Drugel could probably hack those. And beyond that, the only weapons they carry they all have matching vibroblades and silenced SMGs.
Just to clarify, I'm not deciding. I decided I'm stealthing. I'm dipping.
Gotcha. Perfect. Yeah, you and I see you standing on there. There's nothing really secretive to find on them, on Dakiri. They seemingly don't. Well, for maintenance workers, they don't have any tools on them that much. You can see one of them carried an empty maintenance worker's bag that had nothing in it to make it look like they had the part.
Okay, nothing strange given that this was the one that they called the sorcerer, right?
Oh, he wasn't a sorcerer. Sorry. They saw Drake basically force dash across the promenade. And they said,
I gotcha.
Oh, they've got a sorcerer. So the one kind of he failed his morale test and ran.
All right, my bad. I think I heard it wrong. Okay,
fair.
I'll take what I can.
Awesome.
I think Cassie is fine sticking around. If Drake is gonna leave, maybe Drake might see if he's able to follow any of the people that ran off if he's interested. Otherwise, like, I don't know if we're pursuing this at all. And I think she'll just say, Drugel, maybe see if you can just obscure any visuals on Drake. But the footage absolves us, so I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I'm going to, for the sake of the footage, I'm going to pretend like I'm chasing after them, and then I just dip.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So I would say with that, Drugel, are you gonna try to obscure Drake from the footage?
He's a known contact of ours at this point, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. I would make sure that I could get more information on who we have down and who we have left.
Got it.
So,
Awesome. So I will say, after just a few more minutes, several guards come charging in. Some of them are, they all appear to be carrying weapons that you can see the red glowing intar crystals. So they are carrying weapons that are intended to stun and incapacitate as they come on.
I'm assuming that Drake dropped the veil on Palak, right?
I don't know.
And that I can see Palak again to like try to continue to stabilize and heal.
I think it goes away after a little bit, you know.
I'm just assuming that like unless it's something that he can't control.
Right. Let me check it really quick. It's under displacement here. But I mean, I'm just gonna assume it's gonna go away. Invisibility, it lasts until the remainder of the encounter. So the encounter is over. Palak is visible.
Yep.
So
I'll just be tending to Palak when they arrive, and I'll just set my Zat Nicotel like on the ground, you know, a little more than arm's reach from me as I see them come in. But I won't leave Palak's side.
I'm gonna change this music to something then a little bit less tense. How are you guys feeling right now? Do you want to keep going or should we take a break? We're nearing the middle point at 8 o'clock. We can keep going if you guys are feeling fine.
Not the middle point. We're at like 2/3.
3 hours.
Yeah.
3 hours.
So 9 and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if we're almost at 8.
yes, let's take a 5-minute break, please.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. We will be right back. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you so much for the raids. We really appreciate it. This is our first episode. We're kind of, it's been a little while. I'm personally a little rusty on the age system. You see me looking around, but I thought that was a lot of fun. And we will be right back after 5 minutes. Okay. All right, welcome back. Thank you guys for sticking around for the last hour of Cold Suns Season 2, Episode 1. Before we get started, just reminding you, I forgot to announce it at the beginning because I was so excited to start playing again, that we are actually giving away a copy of the GM's kit for this game, courtesy of Green Ronin. So it's really easy, just type !return. You have to be a follower of the channel, but besides that, yeah, so we'll be doing the drawing tonight at the end of the session. Don't miss out on your chance to win a copy of that sweet GM's kit. I've got a physical one here that I use all the time. So, alrighty. So, coming back to the group. So, just to quickly recap, after just a few short moments, the station's security forces kind of came barging in, several Ongoi and a Sanghili guard. They collected your weapons and statements, and after they were content that basically that you guys weren't a threat, and they were able to reconcile the story that you had, they did take you back to kind of like their constable thing, just to gather your statements and get information. And Palak was taken to the ship's infirmary, where you were assured by the ship's life worker that he would survive and that he was in stable condition. So I would say after probably, with all the questioning and all the statements, after 2 or 3 hours, you guys are released and your weapons are remanded to you, as you were found to not only not have done anything wrong, but actually to have tried to protect a member or act in self-defense. So I'll take it. You probably are able to. They were never going to be able to find Drake if he did not want to be found. So I would say you guys have now been gathered at the infirmary, where you can hear the whirring of the machinery around you. And Palak has regained consciousness. Now, though you can still see he's smarting, and the dermal regenerator is working on his neck. And I'm gonna do a little thingy here. Okay. So, he says, well, this is not exactly what I had in mind when I reached out to you, but I appreciate... Where were the other workers going? Sorry. Don't look at chat, folks. That was my fault. Okay. He says, that is not exactly what I had in mind when I reached out and contacted you, but I appreciate you saving my life.
Yeah.
You know it means the guaranteed combat bonus, right?
Well, I guess, we can prorate that into your contract if you take on the work, since you hadn't technically signed up, but nearly losing one's life has left me in a generous mood.
Palak,
Yes, Cassie.
you went outside the norm in how you contact us. You went outside the norm in where we discuss what's happening. You really are telling us that you didn't expect trouble and message us this way to rope us into saving your ass, huh?
Well, no, what I didn't expect was to be shot so soon. I thought maybe we could talk first, and then maybe I would get shot at, but...
See, here's the thing.
I can't wait to hear it.
You're paying us in full for that.
Oh, yeah, of course. You saved my life.
Correct. And you put ours in danger without filling us in.
Like I said, I thought we had a little bit more time.
You thought.
Well, since I have you all here, and he kind of like gestures around the infirmary bed that he's laying in, you could hear the sound of a ventilator going in the other room.
Drake just looks at him because Drake has been reading about galactic lore, and he goes, "You are just following the 431st rule of acquisition. When the shooting starts, let the mercenaries handle it."
Mm-hmm.
Ah, a man of culture, I see. Exactly. I'm so happy that you read the 431st rule of acquisition. I have them, but they're not here on my thing.
I got him up on my screen.
I love it.
A king.
You get a free stunt point to spend on your next combat encounter. 1 stunt point.
Right.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
You're screen sharing.
Yeah, it's showing.
Oh no!
I'm showing you doing all this.
Oh god, the DMs! Not
Why did I?
Not that website, not that website, Chase.
Why did I favorite all those? Awesome. He says, well, now that I have you all here, would you like to hear about the contract?
Sure.
Okay. So, let me start at the beginning. Roughly 1 month ago, a survey probe of the Yaptriska Corporation detected a new asteroid in the Malamak sector. It's about 1,200 light years from here. Initial scans showed that the asteroid was rich in some very rare elements. And so I subcontracted a Shelltech mining vessel to tow that asteroid to Bandronian 2 for processing. That was roughly 4 weeks ago, and we have not heard from them since. I assumed that perhaps there was some kind of accident or mishap, so we sent reconnaissance drones to track them down, and we could not find them. I thought perhaps maybe they had stolen the asteroid, but then their leader started reaching out and harassing me about where the location of their missing ship was, and they filed a complaint against me. Now, this kind of thing is, nothing new. It's normal in business, but it could not have happened at a worse time. You have to understand, this asteroid is worth a small fortune. And though everything I've done is by the book, you see, Yop Triska was recently acquired by one of your human companies, and they've been, let's just say, auditing their field agents a little bit more closely. So I need to resolve this situation as quickly as possible, which is why I hired you. I was going to send you as to find the missing crew and asteroid and to absolve me of this responsibility of the missing ship and to figure out what happened. Now, I'd heard rumors that Yop Triska had sent liquidators to deal with the situation, but I wasn't anticipating something like this. So,
Which company bought it?
the company is called Meridian Dynamic Structures. I was so confused for a second because Liz is away from the chair, so I was so confused. I'm like, what's happening?
It's me practicing my ventriloquism.
Perfection.
Can I check to see if Prestige Security was hired by Narissa?
Narissa?
Whatever company you just said. That was 3 words I caught.
Meridian.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that Meridian Dynamic Structures.
Okay.
You look. I would say if you want to roll a intelligence research test, you can. If you like, kind of while he's talking, pull up your screen and see if they've worked together in the past.
Meridian Dynamic Structures. And then see if they did the thing. Does 12 make it?
I would say that you, after just a little bit of searching while they're talking, you land on their product, like on their webpage. And a lot of web pages, where they show all the little badges of the companies that they do business with. Meridian Dynamic Structures doesn't advertise that they've been working with Prestige, but Prestige does have, that they've been subcontracted by Meridian Dynamic. They're the little fish. They're saying, yeah, we've done work for these guys before. But with this successful piece of information, you do earn one additional piece of information. There is one thing that you have seen. So Meridian Dynamic Structures, you maybe have heard of, maybe you're not. They're very large. They built the rings around Herivore. That's the kind of thing that they do. Is they build orbital structures, that kind of a thing. But you also see that Meridian Dynamic Structures has a subsidiary company that's actually quite large. Novagen Pharmaceuticals.
Fuckers.
Neat.
Fucking knew it.
So he says, so what I would like to hire you to do is to track down this missing shuttle and figure out what happened to its crew. I can't believe that, my own company would try to have me, removed so forcibly. Normally, you just get your business license removed. But, that's Ferengi business. I don't know about human business.
What rare elements, Pluck?
Well, Aquida,
Uh-huh.
Nequadria.
Nequadria?
Maybe.
Pluck? Who in the cold vacuum of space started a reaction on a meteor to transfer Naquita into Nequadria?
This asteroid was a new element for us. We were going to, well, now you can kind of see my predicament. Naquadria is very rare and expensive.
It's not naturally occurring in space, Palak.
Well, you got me there. I do not know.
You mean to tell me that you came upon some amount of information that this asteroid existed with this element and you have no idea how it happened?
Pretty much.
Is he telling me the truth?
We're still in
me-
the we're still in the infirmary, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still connected to any sort of monitoring
Of course.
machinery?
Yeah.
I pull it up on whatever display is nearby just to show all his vitals as he's talking.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I can roll empathy, but do I get a bonus?
You can make the test with a +2.
Yes. Okay, so it'll be a +2 to whatever this is. Which brings it to an 18 then.
Nice. Very cool. You feel like he's telling the truth. You think that Palak is, for somebody who's very normally shrewd, and you can say, you've always seen him as being very composed. This is probably the most shaken that you have seen Palak.
Okay.
You feel like he is telling you the truth.
Palak, how did you find out that this thing had Naquita and Nequadria?
We have, we're a mining corporation. We have surveying probes that scan different sectors of space and looking for key elements that can't be synthesized, and we stake a claim on it and mine it for its resources. Now, Nequadria is extremely rare, extremely expensive, and
Highly unstable and artificially manufactured.
true. Also very expensive, worth a lot of money, a lot of naquidum. So,
Palak, you have got to stop involving yourself in these harebrained schemes where you can't track who's gotten you into what,
well,
or you're gonna end up dead next time. Because we might not be there.
well,
Rules of acquisition aside, I'm pretty sure one of the important ones is stay alive, right?
my brain, the anesthesia is making me a little fuzzy.
Oh my god. All right, what do we need to know aside from what you've told us?
Well, I can give you their last known coordinates and their drive signature. I can also lend you use of my ship, the Bountiful Acquisition. Just happens to be at the docking ring if you need to use it. As for compensation, I could give you a permanent +2. But if you were able to recover the naquidum, if you are able to return information, then the fee would be halved.
What were you gonna do with the Nequadria, Palak?
Sell it to the highest bidder. The highest, reasonably safe, who follows, who's not going to use it for weapons or anything like that bidder. Probably your unified authority. They love this stuff.
Oh my god. Fuck. You really stepped in this one. Okay.
So, as a player, do we know Sheltec from the Sheltec Mining Corp from another place, and I'm just unremembering?
Nope, Sheltec Mining Corporation is a brand new company. You've never heard of it before.
Gotcha.
The Sheltec Mining Cooperative, I should say.
But effectively, Novagen has more or less acquired Palak's company.
Yep.
Am I parsing that one right?
Yeah, so just to take it a step back, Palak works for Yoptriska. Yoptriska was recently acquired by Meridian Dynamic Structures. Yop subcontracted. I love the business speak. He subcontracted the Shelmec Mining Cooperative to go out and get this asteroid for him.
Right. And where does Novagen play in?
So Novagen is like a subsidiary company of Meridian Dynamic Structures.
Okay.
Okay.
So Meridian now owns Yoptriska and Novagen.
Right.
That's where it is.
So the Sheltec Mining Cooperative and Prestige were working on the same side even though they shot at each other?
So that one's a little unclear. You don't know why Sheltek's people were there shooting at them. Palak did mention that they had been basically asking where their crew was, and he didn't really have an answer for that.
If they were shooting at the others who were trying to kill Polak, but they weren't shooting at Polak, makes me think they were there. Makes me think they were there to extract him, like kidnap him.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because it didn't seem like they were
That's a pretty
defending
good
him.
intuition.
They
Yep.
all had Zats too, I believe.
Yeah. Whereas the other crew who were shooting at Palak had lethal arms.
So I'm just gonna ask Polak. While you're dispensing with the information, why is Prestige Security shooting at you?
Well, laying my cards, well, as a human expression, my cards on the table here, I'm not entirely sure. Normally, officially, Yaptriska Corporation never would act in such a way. I've heard of certain very unruly elements being liquidated when their business line was no longer profitable, but I would not think that would have happened in this case. I thought that I was going to be forcibly brought back to Ferenginar and asked to cough up the Naquadum. I did not necessarily think that I was going to be killed. I knew that Sheltek was upset with me. They wanted to know where their crew was, and, well, frankly, I couldn't tell them. So I was more concerned about them, to be honest.
Sheltek were on the other side of the fight, but they didn't shoot at you.
I don't know if they... I was dying most of that fight. I didn't see what happened.
Yeah. Do you know a Sarah Palmer?
Sounds like a human name, but I've never met her before.
Sure is. Okay.
While this conversation is going, Chase, since he was fixed up medically, is his data pad on a table or anywhere nearby?
I would say that there would be like a little tray with his belongings and stuff in it, kind of off to the side.
I'm gonna see if I can slide a hand palm it.
Okay, go for it. Dexterity sleight of hand test.
That's a stunt too. 17.
Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to steal his data pad, go for it.
Get next
Alright.
to stunt point.
I don't know what I would get with this investigation or.
That one's kind of hard. I mean, this would
Yeah.
almost be like infiltration or whatever, but I don't know if any.
General combat.
You could calm the waters if you wanted to.
I told you I wasn't gonna do that anymore.
Why did we do that?
Yeah. How many step points do you have? 1?
2.
2.
Because 1 from me.
2. Oh.
I
I
mean,
would look at.
you could hold.
I'll just hang on to it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
my goal is to, like, behind the back, give it to Drugel.
Okay.
Got it. And did
Right.
we keep the data pads off of the 2 that we searched, or did we give those up?
I would say that those were collected as evidence when you guys were brought in by the police.
Okay.
They did search your forms.
Gotcha. Well,
So
then I've got nothing, and I'll go sit in the hallway with his data pad and try to hack it. Like
perfect.
a hospital hallway, just look like I'm doing work on my own data pad, but copying information off of it, doing whatever Dakiri wants me to do.
Wonderful. So do we have a deal?
Look, I think we need to talk about this one ourselves.
Completely understandable. Most negotiations fail when each side is not open with what they want. So feel free to sleep on it, and come back as soon as you can. But
Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
oh yeah, please
We'll
hurry.
find you.
Yeah. Appreciate your discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know our destination?
Well,
The general
This-
last known location of the ship, I think, was conveyed to us.
he says that he would give you the coordinates, because
If we
it's
take the
worth a lot of
job.
money, so he's not going to just give you the coordinates without you
Right,
agreeing
right,
to the
right,
contract.
So I bring up Cap App on one of the auxiliary screens. He handles all the travel costs. You have to negotiate with him now as well. Then I walk out.
Oh, hey,
Yeah, right.
Block, it's good to see you! As you walk out.
Amazing.
So you guys out in the hallway? Did you guys all leave? I didn't mean to cut
Yeah.
off.
I just want to make sure we all have an opportunity to talk about it if we want to.
So what does he want us to do?
He wants us to find the crew and the asteroid.
And what about
Search, rescue, and recovery.
Yeah.
And what about what was it? Nequadria?
The asteroid is filled with Nequadria.
The entire asteroid is full of it.
It's made up of some amount of Nequadria that is significant.
And that's another form of Naquidum.
It's a highly unstable form of Naquita that is much more potent, and it's created through a few different means. So it can be created accidentally, but usually it's intentional.
Okay.
So how is it in an asteroid then?
Exactly what I was concerned about. Because either it was near some sort of maybe if it passed too close to the right kind of stellar radiation, maybe that could cause that to happen. But otherwise, somebody probably intentionally created that Nequadria. I don't know who.
Happen if
But somebody is probably pissed that Pilak and his people found out about it. Because if somebody intentionally created that Nequadria, they're not going to let somebody else wander off with it.
What would happen if an asteroid with that much Nequadria entered Atmo and slammed into a planet?
It'd be probably pretty catastrophic. Running the numbers in my head, I don't know exactly. But Chase, do I have an idea based on?
You don't know the amount, but I mean, it could be civilization ending.
Yeah.
If it hit a...
An asteroid without Nequadria in it could be potentially
Yeah.
civilization ending. With the Nequadria, I mean, because then you're adding radioactive fallout to the whole situation.
All right. Well, this sounds
It's
like something.
bad.
Yeah, this sounds like something that's worth our time. I mean,
I
And
think we
plus
should
the-
look into it no matter what. I agree.
the Meridian connection is helpful.
Fucking Novigen.
Should we negotiate more hazard pay?
I mean, more hazard pay is always great.
And I pull those files off his data pad, assuming it connects back to his main hub of information.
So you will know, as you're looking at his data pad, he's got a top of the line one, and it's also done up in gold with a bunch of stuff. So it would be a challenging test. It's also somewhat partitioned from his network because corporate espionage is a thing. But you can pull the files that are on the data pad, the local files.
And how much of the local files answer the questions? Where's this asteroid? How many people went missing? If there's any hailing videos of everything's on fire and everyone's screaming in the background with the one guy trying to send the message as everything else explodes behind him.
You don't find anything like that. You do find several files. One's encrypted. I would say if you could roll me an intelligence security test. So there is an encrypted file on there that has the information once you get past the basic stuff. Because honestly, no hand terminal is going to hold you out for very long.
Look at all them
19?
stunt points.
Yeah.
Super.
So yeah, you are able to find the hash key and unencrypt the data without his biometric signature, which is normally required.
And what? I had 4 stun points. I have
Plus 1 from me when we're all out there together.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you guys are all talking.
And then
So
why
this would
don't
be
we just
investigation.
go straight through to investigation stunts breakthrough?
Sounds good to me.
Use all 5 of those points in one.
Got it. So you do see, what you do find is, besides the file that he would have shared with you, including its location and all that, you do find a hidden partition that has an encrypted file that has a detailed metallurgical analysis of the asteroid. You can see that indeed it does have Naquadria, which is worth, the term more than its weight in gold. Well, it's worth a hell of a lot more, even more than printer ink. But you can also see that based off of the survey droid, the file was marked as basically, how would they put it? Ancient Xeno source probability 98%. What would it be called? I'm just blanking on my words.
Would it be terraformed by like the gold? Is that what you're getting to? Or
Sorry, yeah, I'll just speak in clearer words. It looks, the likelihood is that it's probably either ancient or forerunner it's likely got ancient or forerunner technology on it.
so it's
Technology on the asteroid.
It's likely it's high, but like if you go to a planet with a Stargate, it's got ancient or forerunner. It's got ancient technology on it.
Uh-huh.
So now I'm imagining a planet just made of chains.
Everything's
Just saying, I did it.
not the printer ink. Yep.
Electrified
So
chains.
basically, there is a high degree of likelihood based off of the metallurgical scan of the survey droid that this would have some kind of ancient or forerunner technology or structure on it.
Okay.
But I mean, lots of planets have ruins from ancients or forerunners. I mean, they were
Right.
everywhere.
Is it possible, based on what Cassie knows about Naquadria and how quickly that conversion happens, it's not possible that reaction to convert Naquada to Naquadria started all the way back with the ancients, is it?
I would have you roll me an intelligence test. I mean, so you're starting to really I'm guessing that this was a pretty obscure piece of information. You probably only knew about it from being in the UA, and I would say you probably didn't have like a deep scientific understanding of like its half-life or all that,
Not even with, with Carter having studied it so closely.
Yeah, I'm just saying, she was the scientific genius, and the
Yeah, no, I know.
The Tok'ra were kind of aware of it, but I mean,
Okay.
it was a pretty literally unknown element until just 100 years ago,
Okay. So just straight intelligence, or
Yeah,
Can
I mean,
With whatever information I have from the planet scan.
sure. You can assist. So you basically could both roll. Let me look up the rules for assisting really quick because there's a few different ways to do it.
I think you were having us roll the same thing and then use the stunt dice is added,
Yep.
right?
Yep. So exactly. Yeah. So I would roll, and you both have to succeed for your stunt dice to get added. So yeah, roll me an intelligence science test, and and then I'll let you know if you get to add your stunt dice to the total.
Okay. I do not have science, so it's just straight intelligence for me. Unless I can use technology.
Nope. I would say, because honestly, this is a pretty.
that's
Yeah.
bonuses, so
12.
12?
Whatever that is.
I would say I'm gonna let you re-roll Droogle just because I do know that you have the technology focus. So it's not like you couldn't go to the internet, and like this is not you doing an advanced research thing where you sit down for hours. You're just basically trying to pull up what information you can. You're hitting like the wiki page. So I would say you could roll one more time. Okay. I don't think you're able to assist, but Cassie, I would say with the 15, that's actually a very difficult test. Plus, you've got Tokra knowledge. So Drugel, unfortunately, due to its instability, like they really don't put a lot of information about this out in the net because it's very dangerous. And they don't want people trying to make it. Is what the point. And that's kind of the information that.
I was trying to shove information of like what was scanned on the planet, like if any ruins were scanned or like technology was found or like that kind of stuff. That's what I was trying to give.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so makes sense. So you hand that information, and Cassie, you were trying to figure out if this thing could have been made 100,000 years ago or something.
I'm just trying to rule possibilities in or out because my gut is telling me that some other party started this reaction and just trying to get their hands on this Nequadria that they made, quote unquote. And Polak was trying to essentially take it from them, whether or not he knew it. So I'm just trying to rule out other possibilities.
I would say using that information and understanding what Drugel provided you was that deep metallurgical scan. Mm-hmm. You're able to see that the radiocarbon dating on some of the elements on this thing were over 100,000 years old.
Right, but the chain reaction.
It doesn't seem new.
It's been slowly converting this whole time?
You don't know. I mean, you just know that there is 100,000-year-old Naquadum on this thing. Or Nequadria on this thing. Or the structure's 100,000 years ago, and there's Nequadria.
From 100,000 years ago, there was Nequadria.
Potentially.
This is more discovery territory rather than like something a company threw together and secretly plotted.
Okay.
Correct.
They stumbled upon it.
Okay. All right. I do have 4 stunt points, so.
Which makes it worth fighting over because it's instant profit if they.
Oh, of course. I mean, it was going to be worth fighting over regardless, but knowing that it's just discovery means. Okay. 4 stunt points. That's a down the rabbit hole, maybe.
Which one was down the rabbit hole? Sorry.
If this test led to a reveal, which it did, the GM also provides a brand new lead about a new subject that will lead to greater rewards.
You do see a name that makes sense. So flagged on this is a name for under the Shell Tech Mining Cooperative file. The name is. I now realize that this rhymes with something. I'm going to regret this name. The name is Nimsha.
God damn it!
My old friend.
Name.
It's not that one. It's not the same person. It's not. It's different.
So it's not Ninsen.
I know it's
Nimsha.
God damn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is the person who had filed the formal complaint against Polak, and are associated with Shell Tech Mining. With that information that Drugel pulled earlier, you know that she arrived on the station roughly a week ago.
Nimsha is the one who probably was trying to get Polak kidnapped then, or like captured and taken back to Ferenginar or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Well, Polak thought that he was going to be removed by Yop Triska. Like, Nimsha is part of the... So Polak hired the Shell Tech Mining Cooperative to do this. These people disappeared. Now, like, the company, they're saying, where are our people? And he's not giving them the details of where it is, because there's this asteroid that's worth a lot of money, and he's not just going to hand out his coordinates. So he's been, like, holding them off. The people that he thought were going to take him back to Ferenginar were Yop Triska, because they thought, like, you just lost a $1 trillion asteroid? Like, he thought he was going to get hung up and, like, his job taken away, his fortune taken away. So he's kind of caught in the middle of these two different organizations.
I see.
So it sounds like Shell Tech, from the grievance that was filed, literally is just looking for their people. You can see that Shell Tech is based off of Chulak.
Oh, Interesting.
Which is, for everyone else, is a Jaffa planet. So it seems to be a company from the Jaffa. They're human offshoots.
They still got their own planets.
They do.
Kind of fucked up.
Why?
The Jaffa? Aren't they the ones that, like, you know, enslave people?
No, they were the ones who
No.
were enslaved and now are free.
Oh, the
You're thinking of the
Goa'uld.
Goa'uld. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of history, and this is funny. I love that this is a thing because this is like 100 years ago. So literally, this is you guys talking about.
I thought the Goa'uld
History.
were still holding out. I was like, fuck me, dude. Fuck you.
No, they're essentially defeated.
Cool.
I say that is essentially because who knows what Chase has planned.
Right.
I feel like we need one of those boards that would have like the pictures and the red strings to
We
connect
do.
everything
We need
just
that.
on the reactor.
Have you? Chase has converted 2 of our rooms in our house to that now, just to keep all the Cold
Go.
Suns lore straight.
So bringing it all in then. So you basically, the additional lead was the leader of this shell tech mining cooperative. If you thought it could bring you other rewards, you know that they're looking for the location of their missing miners. Perhaps you could eke out some kind of side deal with them if you wanted more money.
Okay.
So we accept Polak's contract again.
Yeah. I think so. Do you
Eh,
want to establish any sort of terms or try to get any information?
Got it.
Do we want to try to? Is there information that's not necessarily about this that we want to try to get out of Palak down the road?
We could
Something
have
about Novagen.
yeah, we could have him keep his ears open for Novagen. Figure out what their next move is.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay.
Now that he has an in with Meridian,
Yeah.
obviously without getting himself killed.
I mean, as long as he sends the missive in time.
Are you talking, Matthew? I couldn't hear that last part.
Oh,
And-
I said as long as he sends a missive in time, he can die for it. I don't give a shit.
Just to recall that adventure that we ended up with where we were butting heads with what's her face from Novagen was that adventure originated from Palak?
No.
That was
No,
through
that was not.
Cassie's contact, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, those will be the terms that we hand to Palak.
Is the size of this deal? I mean, Dex and Cassie have certainly done a lot of deals with Polak in the past. Is the size of this deal typical of what he usually handles? It seems like they've gone to a smaller black market guy to handle a pretty big job.
Roll me, I would say roll me an intelligence test, but add your pilot total to it, or your pilot focus on it.
All right, I'll have to just add 2 to what I'm rolling here. So 4.
Nice.
Oh, add my pilot. Just
Yeah.
2 points for the focus, right?
Yep.
So 14.
So 14? Good. You know, what your gut tells you on this is that he went with a relatively small group. He probably kept, you guys they jokingly call those kinds of pilots mushrooms because they're kept in the dark and fed shit. So you're assuming that basically he didn't really give them any specific details on the makeup of the thing. He just told them to go and get it. And it was a strategic choice to use such a small company, just because they probably maybe would be easier to bully, wouldn't figure it out, would probably keep it off the radar, So it was probably a strategic choice, frankly.
Maybe I misunderstood. I thought Takiri was asking if it was unusual for Palak to be notified of something like this. or was that what you were trying to get at?
Like Yatriska hired him, right? So why are they effectively using someone smaller for this?
Yeah, someone
no.
small like Palak
So
for something as big
Palak's-
as a Naquadria asteroid.
So Palak is the one who discovered it. Like he's got survey droids. He works for Yaptriska.
Oh.
So it'd be like if your local agent found something, and like it's a really big score, and yeah, so he's trying to get he's trying to cash in the big job, but not let it get stolen or anything from him.
So he's embezzling.
He's not embezzling. It's just a big score. It's like when you see, the people at these large corporate firms, it's like, oh, you got the Jensen account? Like, and there's a lot of infighting for it. He's not doing anything necessarily duplicitous, but I mean, he's just trying to get a really big score from his corporation, get a lot of money.
Yeah. The thing he's concealing from them is his failure.
Correct. He's trying to right the ship, so to speak, before he gets hung out to dry.
Got it.
And then is he, knowing that they tried to kill him and or kidnap him, is he safe at this hospital? Or do we need to be here overnight so that he doesn't get stolen?
There's a security force outside. They've got a couple of security guards out front, and for a coordinated hit, you kind of get the feeling that they blew their load, so to speak, on trying to get him.
Gotcha. Okay. Perfect.
It's gonna be harder for them to do anything now. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. He's like, now he's under watch. It'd be really difficult to pull off.
Perfect. Just wanted to check that box.
Yeah. You guys are savvy, streetwise people. You don't need to roll for some of these things,
Yeah, that's fine by me.
So then, however you want to play this out, Chase, Cassie, when we're ready to go back in, Cassie will tell him that we're taking the job and mandate, whatever the double hazard pay or whatever that is, and that he basically keeps us in the loop on Novigen as much as he's capable of doing.
Okay. So
does whatever digging is safe for him to do.
Can you roll me a communication bargaining? Or
yeah.
I'm gonna rest my throat and not role play him trying to do that. And we've only got a few minutes before we gotta start wrapping up.
Remembering where this is. Oh, okay. So just communication for me then.
That's pretty good. So I would say on that point, he would agree to increase. So right now he's basically offering +2 if you can bring the asteroid back in, +1 if you just can bring back the information on what happened. He says that he'll basically give me an additional +1 on either of those.
Okay.
So that's pretty big. Like in the scale, we're talking thousands to tens of thousands of credits, hundreds of thousands of credits, for the whole gig, because he's paying basically 5 people or 6 people now, Cat Bap included. Cat Bap's still in there chatting with him.
He really intended to just sell this to the highest bidder, not like hand it over to fucking Novigen or something.
Yeah, like he literally.
Okay.
You read him. He just saw he saw the dollar signs. Maybe Novigen was going to buy it. Novigen's not an evil company. They're like a very large. Well, I mean, how do I put it? The public perception. They're like Johnson and Johnson.
Yeah, an evil company.
An evil company, but they still operate. It's not like what I'm saying. It's not like they're persona non grata and like everyone knows that like. Yeah.
But for us, they are.
Like
for you, they are.
They're a bad company, but everyone still buys their chocolate.
Right. Yeah.
Procter and Gamble.
That's it. That's the one I was thinking about. Yeah. So yeah, he agrees to those, and he hems and haws a little about his non-disclosure agreements in terms of the future information, but he promises you that he'll feed you whatever information comes your way as long as you guys remain discreet.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'll hand him back his data pad before we leave.
Do you just hand it to him like hanging the lampshade on, or you slide it back into the bin where it was?
It's Droogle, so it's not. I'm not hiding it, but I'm not. I won't like hand it to him. I'll just put it back in the bin.
He just kind of.
Really.
Yeah, I'll say he's distracted with the negotiation. How's that? He doesn't notice.
Up to you. Not hiding it. So.
Perfect. Awesome.
Is
Also,
the Nuria up to the task? If we have to move this asteroid?
Or are we having to take Polak's ship?
Why not
Oh,
both?
the Nuria is probably you would just. It's got like a class 6. No, class 8. It's got like a class 8 drive, slip space drive. You know that you would just have to go quite a bit slower. Oh, and actually, I can show you. Haha! I almost forgot. Before we wrap up, if you go over to the shared screen sheet, this is where you guys are. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, you go.
This little triangle here is where you currently are at. You're trying to get to this orange dot, and you've got to haul it there.
Drake will say I can move it with my mind. Not really.
Perfect.
We have 2 pilots. Why don't we take both ships? Double the guns.
It's kind of splitting the party a little bit. It's up to you.
It's also double the liability. Like if Polak's ship goes down, then we basically are zeroed out of our money.
I'm sure we're sure Polak will probably charge us extra for touching his ship.
Well, I mean, if there's
Take it out of our earnings.
right, you can take both ships. There's nothing stopping you.
Gotcha. I'll leave that up to the pilots.
The Cat app says, the Nuria would fly circles around that rust bucket as he's still on the screen through the negotiations.
God damn it.
Let's just take the old Neria.
Yeah, let's just do that.
There is one final piece of information. I would like to please, well, you can understand how sensitive the situation is. I would like to send a drone to document what happens, just to make sure that I can prove to my employers that, well, everything was on the up and up.
Oh, now you want to send a drone.
That'd be an observer drone. I mean, I sent 3
Now you're worried
survey
about
probes.
things being on the up and up.
Well, I didn't think that they were going to disappear. Hopefully they just stole it, and you guys can track them down. So.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Thanks, Strudel Hackett. Okay, well, I think that's probably a good place to stop. You guys have a lead. You've got a contact. You got a mission.
Yep.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
I'm gonna stop the music here, and then we can start to wrap up. I know that we have a little bit of a drawing to do here. Actually, I could just leave the music going. It's pretty chill. No entries?
No,
Okay. Ashenworks, do you want to win a copy of the GM screen PDF from Green Ronin? Enter the giveaway in the next 30 seconds. Type !return.
There's an asteroid filled with Nequadria that's just missing. Cassie is losing her fucking shit over that.
Perfect. Did it capture their entry? Awesome. All right, we're gonna give everyone. You know, let's do our outros and all that stuff, and that'll give anyone else in chat, the other multitudes of viewers that we have to give a chance to enter, and then yeah. So let's go around the table. Tell people where you can find you, favorite moment for the evening, etc. So let's start with. I was mean to him last time, so I'm gonna go to Liz. Let's start with Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. You can find me at No One You Know Backwards on all of social media things. You can find me here. There may be a Friday sometime in the future that you can find me at Chromatic Chimera playing a tall stave wielding or halberd wielding badass named Letta in vampire filled Renaissance Italy. But so watch our socials. We'll put that on Discord. I'll put it out on my Twitter when we're going to do that. And you can find me just about anywhere. Otherwise, I play Drugel here on Saturdays for the foreseeable future, and some unknown, unnamed character on Wednesdays as we go back to Quest in our Tales of Gishari. So come join us back on Wednesday again, and that is me. I will pass it to Alexis.
Hi, I'm Alexis. You can find me at FoxFanato on Twitters and such, and you can find me here Tuesdays for Monster of the Week, where we're doing our 80s flashback kind of little arc, which is a lot of fun. It's very spoopy and very nostalgic and fun. And here for Wednesdays for Tales of Kashari, and now here on Saturdays as Cassie. We're doing favorite moments, right? Yeah. I really loved Cassie just calling out the fucking bullshit from Polak. Just instantly like, what now? And just her being like just constantly exasperated by Polak is amusing to me. But also I loved Drake's force dashing. It was so fucking good. It's so good. But yeah, that's me. Matthew.
Hi, folks. I am Matthew Foreman. You can find me at Matthew W. Foreman on Twitter. You can find me here on twitch.tv/Dice Monday through Wednesday, where I GM 2 games and play in 1. And I guess here now on Saturdays, too. Pretty fun. Wow. I played Drake tonight. My favorite moment, I had 2 really good turns. Chase reworked my source powers and got me so I got to pick this thing that's called Empowered Dash, which gets me around the map, and then both of my attacks generated 7 stunt points, and that was hilarious and fun. Gotta love the stunts. So I think that was a fun time, and good. It's good to be back in Cold Suns. I think I'm gonna go with Sean.
Yeah, so I'm here Saturdays for as long as everyone will have me for Cold Suns. I think, I'm going to echo the Drake thing. Being able to have it so he's not running after everybody for 3 turns is awesome. I think the double teaming that Tack and Deck did on those guys to the north was a lot of fun, and that bounced lightning is really cool. I think I forgot to call it out because I think I still would have hit with the -2, but still a lot of hotness there. So yeah, 5 minutes in and we're already in action. That was pretty great, Chase. Thanks.
Yeah.
And I'll throw. I guess it's just Rob now.
Just me. So Rob,
Sorry, Rob.
Twitter. On Twitter, I'll be here Saturday nights for Cold Suns, as well as Wednesday night for Quest. So looking forward to that coming up here. I'm real excited. Aside from that, come join us on Discord if nobody said that yet. We have a pretty good time over there discussing. And then my favorite moment, it's been said, the dash thing and the stunt points was amazing. But thinking back overall, the coming back in age, I really, really like how the age combat and tactical combat flows now. It's exciting and everyone has something to do. Drugel sitting back and basically information gathering the entire fight while we all take care of the enemies was amazing. And having that right after available for that lore is, yeah, really, really good. I like how it all flows. Perfect. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Rob. Hey guys, it's me. I'm Chase. You can find me on all of our socials at Chase314S. I also post dank TTRPG memes every single day on our socials, so check them out. Follow us on Instagram. They're usually inspired by what happens in this game, so it's a lot of fun. Yeah, let's see, anything else? Yeah, I'll be here on Wednesday for the quest game where we're trying to find where we're going to land for Ghost in the Machine. Can't wait to get back into Justice's shoes with whatever character we end up playing. Yeah, so that's it that I have. So you'll see me here next week. We're going to do the giveaway here in just a second. I'll just give my favorite moment. I was just going to say, yeah, that's exactly the favorite thing, Rob, that you kind of said. I'm happy to be back in the world of Cold Suns. I have so much fun with it. And the combat is just so fun. Like, you're giving people extra attacks. You get extra attacks. You could spend an entire turn running if you had to. And then somebody could give you lightning attack. And look, there you go. Now you got to attack. So I love how much it changes it up. What was that?
Double team.
Double team. That's right. Lightning attack is for you. I also love how I cannot escape tech gremlins. Like, the characters things not showing up all and being on 14. That's always just so fun. So it's a good time. So and I saw that Liz, I saw you missed a favorite moment earlier. Did you have anything to share?
Oh, I'm just glad all your music work. I know how much work went into setting up all that tech. Everyone else covered all the other favorite moments. Just getting back into the teeth of the age system, being able to tactical combat and figure stuff out and make stuff happen. Even when there's downtime, it's still moving along, which is nice.
Yeah, I'll try not to overdo it with all the effects. I think that I'm sure it gets to be a bit much. So, all right. Well, we have a giveaway. Thank you, Liz. Let's drum this up and let's see who wins the Expanse.
Out of our one entry.
Gee, I wonder.
It's Ashenworks.
Hey, Ashenworks.
Coming out of nowhere.
Woo! So Ashenworks, we'll be in contact with you after the stream to get you the instructions and the code on how to do that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if not, we'll see you next week. Do we want to do the outro? And then stick around. We're going to be raiding. Who is it? Manapot Studios?
I
Mana
think
Pop
they may have
Gonna
just
raid.
finished.
Oh, wait, what? They just started.
Or they're not up. Can I find them?
We'll roll the video and figure it out. How about
We'll
that?
figure it
Okay, we're
out.
gonna raid somebody. What?
See you next week.
I think it's going.
guess.
Yeah, there we go.
They only stream for an hour and a half.